Hi, here I am back at Monticello High School's wood lab getting ready to cut my bridle joint on these picture frames. Wanted to stop first, just talk a little bit about some safety. So as you take a look here on our table saw, I have installed the riving knife. This type of cut is what's referred to as a non-through cut. So I'm not going to cut out and separate two pieces. I am going to be removing some material and getting rid of stuff, but we're not going to be taking it all the way out. So I've got to install my riving knife. Now, it is important, you got to remember, anytime that I have that riving knife on there, my hands are exposed to that blade running, so I want to make sure that I'm keeping my hands away and exercising some extra caution. Now, there would be some people that would sit there as they think about it. Well, I just need to remove this, so all I need to do is bring this fence up, kind of sight my line, lock my fence in, and then I'll just move this along here to cut that way. Now, I'll be honest with you. I've done it this way in the past a couple of times. It's not really a smart idea, and it's certainly not the safest way for us to go about doing this. At any moment, I could tweak my hand going this way. I don't have a whole lot of surface area to keep this square, so I mean, if I move it up or down this way and I pivot it, then I'm cutting and overcutting where I'm at, and of course that could run the risk of me having some kickback and throwing this back at me or pushing this out. So there is another way that I want to do this cut where it's a lot safer. And to do that, we need what we refer to as a tenoning jig. So here's an example of the tenoning jig that I've created and made. I didn't design this. This came out of, I think, Wood Magazine, or it might have been Woodsmith. Either one. They're both great woodworking magazines that give you a lot of information, a lot of helpful hints and tips. I strongly encourage you to check them out sometime. But this is a tenoning jig. And it's got a saddle on here that we just basically we use our fence. So the saddle sits on our fence, and then we got the support here that we can use to kind of line this up. Now, at that point, from there, so everything's got to be dead nuts and square here. At this point now, I can kind of use this and bring that in. So line it up. Now, also want to make a comment here. I have a 1/8 inch kerf blade, and my cut that I'm removing is going to be 1/4 of an inch. So if I set this right, I can cut it out, then I'll flip it over, and hopefully I should be right at 1/4 of an inch. Doesn't matter even if I'm off center a little bit, so long as I do that rotation, it's going to give me a cut that will always be in the center, so no matter how far off the center I am. But I can use that to my advantage. So I have a couple more things here that I need to do to set up. So I need to make sure that I am tight up against this fence. All my pieces are there, so I can put a clamp on this to help hold it. And once I have that, then all I will really have to do is just basically push that through, make my cut, come back, flip it around, make my cut, come back, and I'm good. I'll take my measurement, make sure that I'm set to where I need to be so I can make the cut. So give me a few minutes. Let me go grab my clamp so I can get this taken care of. Then I'll come back and I'll show you how I do this.